Red Cloud.
Oh, there you go. Look at those fanny packs they have.
Oh, they have a sweet fanny pack. Look at that.
It's made out of a quilt.
Oh, that's like a shoulder bag. I don't do shoulder bags. That's a goddamn purse. Okay? Fanny pack is fucking manly. That's some manly shit. All right, let's go to the Rogan board and see questions there. Why is fanny pack manly? I'll tell you why fanny pack's manly. Because if you're wearing a fanny pack, first of all, you're saying, I don't give a fuck what you think about how I look. You know, you just slapping this big, stupid gay thing around your waist. And whatever. I have 2 hands free, and I'm happy. I'm not trying to look good for you. I'm not trying to fuck you. I'm not trying to get you to be my friend. I like having all my shit in a bag that connects right here. Yeah, I'm not trying to get laid. So when people talk about, oh man, how can you wear a fanny pack? That's so gay. It's a bag that connects to my waist. This is silly. The only reason why you don't think it's good looking is because women think it's disgusting. And women think it looks gay. So women have figured out a way to bully guys into not wearing it by telling us that it looks gay. Why would you care what kind of a bag another man wears? Dear, unless he's wearing a bright pink Hello Kitty strap.
It covers up your crotch. Too.
Yeah, it does cover up my crotch. It's right there. So if there's like a micrometeor that comes from outer space and could potentially hit me in the dick, it's going to hit my cell phone first, or perhaps my wallet. It's right there. It's easy for travel. When I go to the airport, I unbuckle that thing. Bang, put it on. My car keys are in there. My cell phone's in there. Woo! Fanny packs are the shit, son. Let's see what we got here.
That would be cool if gay people love the smell of farts.
Didn't Joey Diaz have a joke about that for a while? This fella says, when are you going to come to the east coast of Canada? I don't like the east coast of Canada. No, I'm just kidding. We were in Montreal last April. That was fun. I'll be back. I'll definitely be back up there. All right, page 2. We're going to the Rogan board right now to answer questions. What do I think about Jersey Shore? I don't like Jersey Shore as much as I thought I would like it, because I knew too many dudes like that growing up. To me, it's like more annoying and stupid. It's fun for like a couple seconds, hey, fist pump, you know. But after a while, it's just...
It's fake. This is my theory. Have I told you my theory?
No.
I think kind of like when The Hills first came out, everyone thought that was real. Then it slowly got to the point where everyone figured out it was a fake show that's filmed to look real.
I think Jersey Shore's real.
Yeah.
They're way too dumb to act.
But did you know half of them are like male strippers that had to audition? Like they're all in the entertainment field. It's called Jersey Shore instead of The Hills. You know, I bet you anything in
they
3 years.
For that?
Yeah. I bet you anything.
That makes sense.
And they all live in this house, this really nice, like real world house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's the real people.
Right.
It's really a genius show if you look at it that way.
Right. But I think in 3 years we're all going to be like knowing it's fake. Like that fight somehow is fake and everything.
Really? It wasn't fake when that dude punched that girl in the face.
Yeah, unless that chick is like a, stunt woman and they fucking practiced it for like 50 years, you know what I mean? I don't know. If they practiced the punch a lot, I mean, you look at movies and you look at that punch, it looks real. If they filmed it like to look fake, I don't know.
I think that dude got drunk and punched that bitch in the face. Listen, someone said, would I have full-blown AIDS or spend 1 year in Mark Hayden's body? Pick one. Well,
Mark Hayden's body?
You know what? Full-blown AIDS you could recover from. You know,
being 1 year in Mark Hayden's body?
It would probably be torture.
Dude.
I think full-blown AIDS, if you take your vitamins, you'll probably be okay in a couple of weeks.
Dude, you spend 1 year in Mark Hayden's body to fuck every kid you could possibly fuck.
You're not going to fuck anything.
Get him AIDS.
You're not going to fuck
get out
anything
of his body.
in Mark Hayden's body. You don't get AIDS in Mark Hayden's body. You don't even understand the question.
No, I'm saying if you have 1 year in his body, you could just abuse it like fuck and get the fuck out of there in 1 year.
That's ridiculous. How dare you?
Let's end this.
Let's end this? Alright, well, a couple more questions, then we're going to get the fuck out of here. I got to admit, some of these questions are really lame. But it could be that we're really high and they just seem lame. That's a distinct possibility. Wish I had some more coffee right now. I apologize for the whack-ass internet. I really am going to fix that. Should I go AT&T Uverse or should I go Comcast cable?
Charter.
Does anybody know? Wow, this guy says, I think Red Band's life is fake. How about that, fella? Chojin2K.
My life is fake.
He says your life is fake. I think he said your face is fake.
His screen name's fake. Look, he doesn't even have a picture.
What's this? What would happen? What?
That's fake. Nope.
Look at this. This is the laziest rapist ever. Dave Broomfield at hotmail.com says, "Hey, Joe Rogan, why don't you invite me to come trip with you in your isolation tank?" How lazy is he? That's not how you stalk and rape somebody, son. You're gonna have to be a little more clever than that. That's ridiculous. Look, we got a fake Brett Rogers. Hey, Joe Rogan, did you see my last fight? No, fake Brett Rogers, I didn't. That's a fake Brett Rogers. The real Brett Rogers is that motherfucker, but that's not him. But it was really funny when the fake Brett Rogers was having an argument with the real War Machine. Brian, you stopped talking a while ago. What happened? You giving up on us?
Yeah. I get to the cutoff point where I'm just tired of staring at computer.
Yeah. Well, I have an accompanying Indian headdress to go with my tomahawk pipe. Says Muse 90. Is that 94? Yeah, that's a very good question, and I think, yes, I think if we're going to really get in touch with the spirit world, we're going to need full Indian attire. You think? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to need the whole thing, man. We're going to need feathers and shit, and correct type of weed, and make sure we only smoke what the Indians smoke.
Smaller condoms.
No, not those Indians. American Indians, not India Indians. Did I see the girl mosh pit? I watched it for a couple seconds, but it was like one of those terrorist videos where head off after a while, like, just shut off. Alright. See if any of these questions don't suck. This one sucks. This one sucks. I think if anything came out of this, somewhere, someone right now is thinking about designing a robot where you clone your neighbor and make a robot out of him and then fuck him and rape him in front of him. Somebody is thinking about that, and I think if this chat has done anything good for the world, it's introduced that idea, that possibility out there, of making a clone of you.
It's going to suck because we're going to be like 90 years old and they're going to make the perfect fuck robot. But we're going to be so old we're not going to even care anymore.
Yeah, I don't even want pussy, I'll tell you that. It was ruining my life. Yeah, I guess, but they'll probably have more problems than they have now. We'll probably look back on these days and go, oh, remember the simple times when you could just get on the internet and drive to work and you didn't have to worry about monsters and aliens and UFOs and fucking, the hyena flu that's killing everybody lately, That's the next one. Something scary. Like pig flu doesn't scare you, bird flu doesn't scare you. The fucking hyena flu is going to scare the shit out of you, It's a flu that came from hyenas. Holy shit. Yeah, from eating their own young. They came up with a fucking crazy new flu, and everyone who gets it dies. We're going to be wearing beekeepers' outfits everywhere, and face masks.
The first cat in California last week got the first H1N1.
Really?
People to cat. So maybe it's going to be cats. We're going to have to kill our cats or something like that.
After you have a baby, cats become just really annoying. Even dogs are annoying. Like, shut the fuck up, stupid. You don't have a baby. Babies rule. Dogs I still like. Cats. Like pissing in my office right after my child was born. Transparent little cunt. So obviously she wanted dirty little bitch. Couple more questions here. Let's go to the Rogan board, see if we got a good question there. Do you ever get mad? Like, can anything actually push you up to the point where Rogan smashes you? I get upset. It has to be pretty fucking a bad situation to get me that upset. I'm pretty rational when it comes to most things. Everyone has the ability to freak out over something. It's just whether or not you choose to let yourself get there. You just gotta make sure. I think the most important thing about not getting mad is manage your biology. You gotta treat your biology like it's a bank account. If you have, if you're in debt, you owe it something. If you're overdrafted, you owe yourself an expenditure of energy. Especially if you have a certain type of body. If you have a muscular body, if you have a person who's engaged in athletics your whole life, You have a body that's used to exerting a lot of energy. Well, you owe it to that body. You have to a debt to pay. And if you don't pay that debt, you're gonna have a problem where you're gonna have too much energy that's stored up and built in and not blown out, and it's gonna come out in unusual ways, like in traffic or at work or whatever. You'll start screaming and freaking out about something you really didn't need to. And really, it's all just about managing your biology. Managing your thoughts. It's very important to have some downtime where you can sit alone by yourself and just think. That's very, very important. For me, the isolation tank does that like times 100. That's my favorite. But sometimes even just sitting on the couch and just by myself, just thinking. You know, you can call it meditation, you can call it whatever the fuck you want. Just spending time to organize your thoughts and put your mind in a certain place. Put your body in a certain place with exercise, with yoga, with nutrition. All that shit's important. You got to manage your biology. And when you manage your biology, it makes managing your mind much, much easier. Managing your mind, managing your biology. That's the key to not getting upset at people. You fucking faggots. What? Okay. The best art is created from the starving artist. It seems the best. This is a good question. It seems the best art is created from the starving artist. Being wealthy, do you feel it hurts your ability to create art, comedy, or do you believe that not having to worry about your financial well-being allows you more time to be creative? That's a very good question. I think a lot of times people are much more ambitious when they're starving. They have much more energy, they have much more dedication towards something. But that doesn't mean that you can't have a lot of dedication towards something when you become successful. It all depends on what was your motivation in the first place. If your motivation in the first place was recognition and, you know, adulation, and then you become famous and then you get that, then you have no motivation to keep going. But if your motivation is the actual art itself, is creating new things, then I think you can be more free as you become successful because you're in a position where you don't have to worry about money anymore. So you have one less thing to think about. And you're ambitious in the sense of being creative. Instead of concentrating on money, your mind is not geared on that. Your mind is geared on the art. That's how I like to think that I am, and when I'm at my best, that is where I'm at. That's my mind frame. You know, that's my point of reference, is that I think about the creation of the art itself. That's when I'm at my best. If I think about money and I think about, like, how much is this going to pay me and is this worth this, it's not the same motivation, so you don't get the same results. It's not the same passion to it. The passion's got to be real. It's got to be my comedy, the way in my head, my motivation is all about whether or not people enjoy it. I don't want to do anything that people don't enjoy. I want to make sure that everything that I'm creating it so other people get enjoyment out of it. And that's the reward that you get for that. And as long as you're concentrating on that, you do no wrong. As long as you have the dynamic and the relationship between you and the audience, as long as you respect that, and as long as your relationship to the creativity is all based on just producing more stuff that's good, that people enjoy, as long as you're doing it for that reason, I don't think you have to worry about, you know, money robbing you of your enthusiasm. But if you were just in it for the money and just in it for the adulation, yeah, you become successful, and then all of a sudden, like, you're not going to want to do it anymore. You're not going to be enthusiastic about it anymore. Hyena flute is the super aliens. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What do I plan on doing December 21st, 2012? No, I'm gonna stay. If it's really what people say, are you gonna go to the pyramids, man? If it's really what some people think it is, this convergence, this technological convergence, where all human beings will interface with each other, where someone creates a time machine, where some huge technological breakthrough happens. If that's what some people think December 21st, 2012.
Alien Collider or whatever that shit's called.
The Hadron Collider.
I think that's about the time it's gonna.
If that's the case, then it doesn't matter where you are, right? And you should be amongst friends.
Have a gun nearby.
Maybe Brian and I will do a Ustream that day.
Yeah.
Should we commit to a Ustream?
24 hour.
Let's commit to a Ustream right now. We're going to commit to a Ustream for December 21st, 2012. December 20th, 2012, we'll commit. So that as the 21st turns over, we'll do it at night.
A midnight show.
At night. We will start at 8 o'clock Eastern. So that's 11 o'clock Eastern. I don't care what time it is in England. You don't count, okay? That's not December 21st, 2012. It's all based on fucking America, okay? Because the Mayans and the Americans were basically on the same calendar, sort of, right? No, not really. I think it's a different time.
The Mayans recently.
Well, in Chichen Itza, it's the same as Miami, okay? It's just a little bit below that. Either way, December 20th, 2012, Brian and I are committing right now to a Ustream. We're going to do it. Feel strong about that?
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen.
Maybe nothing's gonna happen. That is a possibility. You know, I think people like to know that something's gonna happen. We have a friend that likes to believe in UFOs and psychics and chemtrails and anything wacky. This dude just jumps on board. You know, and I think it's just as possible that nothing's gonna happen.
I think it's more possible than it's not going to happen.
You know why I think it's possible that something might happen on that day? Because everybody's thinking something's going to happen on that day.
Right. If it's some dude sitting somewhere with some bombs.
I don't even think that. I think, you know, the idea that we're going to force something to happen by really concentrating it as a point of focus. This is one point.
Yeah, but that's what everyone thought was going to happen in 2000.
That is true. But everybody was waiting for the clocks to break in 2000. It was a very specific thing.
Planes falling from the sky.
The fucking computer's going to stop working, man. I stayed home. I remember I stayed home. That was one of the first years where I didn't do a New Year's show. Because I think I probably was worried.
It was so weird is that everyone was really freaked out about that. And then we had all this, like, built-up stress because of it. And then just shortly after 9/11... it's like then we finally got to release all the stress like the world's ending.
You think?
I just remember being really stressed out thinking something was going to happen. It seems like right after that, 9/11. All right, let's quit.
Brian,
brain's mush.
So easy to give up.
Brian doesn't. 2.5 hours.
Brian doesn't take vitamins.
Yeah,
2 hours. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Too much.
I ate a bag of carrots today. I have juicer now.
Oh man, a bag of carrots. Well, we've dropped down to 423 viewers. What that says to me is at least 100 of you motherfuckers thought we were boring as shit.
Yeah.
So I think that. How hairy is my butt from 1 to 10? How dare you, sir? How dare you, big two thug? From 1 to 10, my butt 3 or 4. I really could use shaving and trimming. I was listening to an old Howard Stern broadcast where they were fined, and he was fined for talking about shaving his butt. You know, you don't realize how crazy those fucking regular radio shows are, like what you can and can't.